And welcome back to Newswatch. Joining us now is another candidate for governor, South Carolina Attorney General Henry McMaster. Of course, we had Senator Shaheen on, one of your opponents. We flipped a coin, by the way. Wanted to tell you that, and he just happened to win. So we're happy to have you here, sir.
Thank you.
Wanted to first ask you about the ethics panel this past week, ruling that Governor Sanford may have broken state law. Your office will eventually get a copy of that report, from what I understand, that investigative report. Has your office received that report yet?
Yes, we've just gotten it.
Okay. Have you read it yet personally?
We're reviewing it right now.
Okay. All right. Wanted to know what will have to be in that report in order for you to bring criminal charges against the governor.
Well, there'll have to be evidence of crimes, but it's really premature to talk about it at this point. I might have to make a decision on it, so I will politely, respectfully decline to comment on the report.
Okay, that kind of takes us into our next question. I asked some viewers on Facebook for some questions to ask you. Joe Hinson asks, he's interested to know how you're able to differentiate between your duties of investigating the current governor while trying to become the next governor. He says that seems like an interesting conundrum.
Well, I'm not investigating the governor. The Ethics Commission.
You called for the investigation, though.
Yes, by the Ethics Commission, and they are in the process of doing that. It's not over. My office has received the report just today, and of course they are, according to what I understand, they are going to have a hearing and they will proceed on. But there's no action being taken by my office at this point other than reviewing the report that's been sent to us. It's the action that's doing the investigation now.
And can you explain to our viewers what would be the difference between a criminal violation and an ethics violation?
Usually a criminal violation is one that involves criminal intent or evil intent. An ethics violation could be a technical violation that did not involve that kind of criminal intent.
Okay. We asked Senator Shaheen the same question. Jerry Wright on Facebook is asking for you to explain in great detail your plans to put people back to work in South Carolina, and he does not want me to accept a politician's answer from you. He wants specifics, he wants great detail in your plan to put people back to work.
Well, in a nutshell, that's the reason I'm running for governor, is because I want to put South Carolina back on the path to prosperity. And I have the experience, the judgment, and the maturity to do it, I believe. Out of all the candidates, and they're fine candidates, but I'm the one who has held two extremely important executive positions. One is Ronald Reagan's very first United States attorney in the country for 4 years. That's an executive position. It's not a legislative position voting on things. It's not a judicial position, but it's getting things done, finding problems, getting things done. And I have a record, I think a good one, for doing that as United States attorney. Now, as Attorney General, elected in 2002, went into office in January 2003, and I have a record of finding problems, putting together solutions, sometimes involving private industry, the private sector, sometimes partly a government solution, but putting it together and solving problems. For instance, the Internet Predator Task Force we put together has been highly successful. The Dogfighting Task Force was highly successful. The criminal domestic violence system, we have a system of prosecutors and courts that we've put together. Gone after the home gold collapse and Carolina investors, $278 million lost there. We prosecuted those responsible, had to get laws passed to do it, but got it done. Now we're going after North Carolina for taking our water. Those are all in the executive arena, and putting the state back on the path to prosperity involves bringing all the assets together with a strategic, integrated plan from top to bottom, state to county, and putting the state back on the path to prosperity.
If you are elected governor, a lot of people will be coming to you for answers. I was wondering who you go to for answers and advice.
Oh gosh, I go to all kind of people for answers and advice. I wear out the telephone.